Wow. 1,000. Quadruple digits. A millennia of people. I'm not going to go off on some emotional spiel about what a journey this has been or how hard I've worked to get here. If I talked at length about the factors that led to this point, I think it'd come across as cynical and rather negative about the whole YouTube experience. And while I don't feel that way, what you have to understand is I've been here for a while. I made this channel just under a decade ago, after I turned 13, but I've been watching YouTube since about 2008. So that's 13 years of YouTube. 13 years of seeing channels rise and fall, seeing people migrate to and from the platform, people making fantastic content only to never break 1,000 subs or 10,000 subs or however many subs they desperately deserve. Watching the creators I loved slowly get pushed to the side in favor of newer, faster, more marketable content, through scandal after scandal as it becomes harder and harder to make videos, to make a living, or to, apparently, not be a racist idiot. There isn't a YouTuber out there that doesn't also have a Twitch channel, or a Patreon, or a Ko-fi. These are not bad things to have, but they are a sign that the site is failing them, that if they could go anywhere else, they would. So let's go through some of my favorite channels I found in that time. I'll break them down into categories and try and go through them as quickly as I can. This is going to sound very listy, but other than ranking them, there's no real way to make this entertaining. Let's go! Tutorials! Now, of course, I imagine a fair few of you would like my recommendations of other tutorialists. There really are too many to go around, but I'll recommend who I consider are the essentials for game developers everywhere. Brackeys is sadly not making videos anymore, but if you haven't checked their videos out, they're a great place to start for beginners. But if you'd like a more direct path for beginners, I can vouch for famous indie developer Tom Francis, whose series where he builds a game in Unity from scratch has actually helped friends of mine get introduced to the very basics of game programming. Mix and Jam, a more recently popular channel, is great at showing off how to bring popular game concepts to life, and I curse myself every day I didn't think of it first. A large part of the format for my videos is based off of Ian Hubbart's Lazy Tutorial series, where he shows off incredibly cool tricks for visual effects in Blender at record speeds. While I try to go more in depth with my videos, his quick, sharp wit and love for the craft is a big inspiration. In general, I highly recommend learning the ropes to Blender 3D, as it massively helped me visualize 3D spaces when I was a teenager. But I can't really think of one tutorialist to recommend here, so do it yourself. I've heavily featured Minion's art on the channel before, and she single-handedly taught me how shaders and character controls work, so check out her stuff. I'm not a huge fan myself, but I know he's very popular, so if you haven't checked him out, there's Danny's tutorials. They're really thick. Of course, Sebastian Lang, who makes less tutorials and more devlogs, but he explains his processes so well that they're very easy to follow and replicate. His stuff is really cool, and you should definitely watch it if you haven't. Video essays, reviews, analysis. We need a conglomerate term for these things. Noah Caldwell-Gervais is an incredibly talented, incredibly interesting, and incredibly inspiring gaming video essayist. His talks are long but coherent, and never fail to make his point. I can't say I know much about his writing process, but he has these wonderful pieces of writing, just snippets of brilliance that can completely change the way you look at a game. And he appears to come up with them on the spot, out of nowhere, and then he moves on to the next one. He is a recent favourite of mine, and I hope he continues to be. Lindsay Ellis is easily the video essayist I've watched the longest. She's incredibly funny, a best-selling author with both interesting modern takes on movies that aren't talked about enough, and a really good literature-focused breakdown on current events. She also talks about musicals, which I like. Bite me. But the thing about Phantom of the Opera is, Cosmonaut is pretty good. I like his wide variety of topics, I like his editing style, I like how he tries to promote subjectivity. I tend not to agree with his takes on most things, but he always makes it seem like that's a good thing, which is a lot better than most popular YouTubers out there. If I were to paint a Jacob Geller video, I don't think I'd have a canvas large enough. Not because of anything to do with the video size, that'd be ridiculous, but because he always makes it seem like there's more to see, more to feel. He takes games that are already widely known for being beautiful and artistic and wonderful, and helps you see things that you didn't before. He's pretty great. You should check him out. Jacob Hayes is better though, you should definitely check that guy out more. Melinda Pendulum is another recent favourite of mine, with intense literary breakdowns of huge variety of different shows and movies, often with takes and perspectives that coughs can be very hard to find on YouTube. Her writing is fantastic, her videos are very entertaining, and she validates my desire to neither read nor watch Gone with the Wind. Joseph Anderson makes incredibly long videos about my favourite topics. I think he is by and large one of the best video game critics out there, and is also one of the only streamers I regularly watch the videos of. If you haven't checked him out, then do so now. Leadhead is probably the only YouTuber where I was actually part of their popularity surge. I subscribed when he was a little over 400 subscribers, and now he's at several 100,000. The way he conducts himself and his channel has been a pretty big inspiration for my own. He's not afraid to speak his mind, to talk about his personal issues, and with weekly interesting videos covering everything from some of the greatest games of all times to songs that just mean a lot to him, mean you'll always have something to chew on. He's certainly YouTube's ideal video essayist, with 10 to 20 consistent weekly videos for the algorithm to promote, but I don't think it makes him any less of an incredibly talented person. Lady Night the Brave is the entire reason I made my Name is Earl video, because I realized that 20-minute videos about obscure shows that no one ever really talks about can be really entertaining. I can't say that I at all lived up to the quality of her videos, but the sheer research and critical thinking that goes into them is something I think everyone should attempt with their favorite stuff. And Breadsword is the entire reason I made my post-mortem video, because talking about something that is meaningful to you and maybe a small subset of other people can actually be a great way to process something. And also, he remains the only essayist to talk exclusively about things I was into as a child. My childhood was filled with watching obscure animations like Treasure Planet and Sinbad, Castle of Cagliostro. The dude knows his stuff, that's all I'm saying. Gurren Lagann is great too. Everyone in this list is fantastic, and you should check all of them out, and I'm always on the lookout for new essayists, so if you have any favourites, put them in the comments. Cool developers. Here's some non-YouTube people now, but you should definitely play all of these people's games / follow them on social media, because they are easily some of the best people I've been following in the industry. There's Maddie Thorson, the developer of Towerfall and Celeste, Mike Biffle, developer of Thomas Was Alone and Solitaire Conspiracy, Damon, who was the lead writer of Necrobarista. Chard's fantastic and helped me break 900 subs. He's got a game coming up called The Imagined Leviathan, you should check it out. Liam Sorda works at Amazon and was my 900th subscriber. He helps run the Game Dev Network, which you should totally join. Laura Totil-Lorian, who's working on this terrifying ass game called Enigma Engine. Rami Ismail is great, with his press kit package being a necessity for indie developers trying to get their name out there. Adam Campbell, who co-founded POC and Play. If you're a person of colour, you should definitely consider becoming a part of that awesome community. Shout out to Mando, who's just cool. Not just because he likes Kingdom Hearts 2 as much as I do, but it's a big factor, I'm sorry. I don't make the cool rules. Disclaimer that I do not know any of these people personally, and I have definitely left some folks out, but they're all cool people that I regularly see online, and honestly, them not being friends with me just makes them all the more likely to be cool. Nemeses. Most people on YouTube have goals they aspire towards, or people they look up to. I have my nemeses, my rivals, the people I have sworn to rise up against, to overcome, and to destroy. They give me the burning passion to keep on going. First, we have Matt from Extra Credits. Not only do they make essential videos for the up-and-coming game designer, but they have incredibly interesting content about history, science fiction, and mythology. Then there's Matt from Mataphobia, an Irish editor and Let's Player who does fun live streams. And of course there's Matt from Up Is Not Jump, who is famous for comedy reviews about gaming and virtual reality that are extremely entertaining and huge sources of comedic inspiration. The most popular nemesis is, you guessed it, Matt from Game Theory, whose videos are, well, I mean, they're okay, I guess. I mean, they're not hurting anyone. And while he may not be a very active nemesis, there is of course Matt from Matthew Matosis, who might be the founding father of insightful video game analysis. And whoa, I just watched his latest video that might actually be my new favorite video on YouTube, what the fuck? Next up we have Matt from Matt Mirafish and Thousand Ant, who's a talented tutorialist and made a low-res rendering video in Unity like 5 months before I did, which means he's officially cooler than me. And with him we have my ultimate nemesis, the creme de la creme, the person who boils my blood like no other, because they're so talented and their videos are so well edited, it actively hurts me to watch them and compare them to my own. That's right, it's Matt from Game Dev Guide, who makes really unique and interesting Unity tutorials covering a wide variety of topics. All of these people are widely more successful than I am, and despite their fantastic choice of names, I will make it my life's mission to surpass them. If my life was an anime, they'd be my rivals. Of course, if my life was a good anime, it'd be written as rivals, but pronounced as friends. Oh god, I should make a video essay about Bakuman. Would anyone watch that? Oh, no, wait, I'll save that for the second channel, damn it. Okay, that's all the silly fun hashtag content you're getting for now. On the next milestone, I guess I'll do some more personal stuff. Tell me if you want a Discord server or something. That could be neat, you know? If you've made it this far in this completely optional video, it must be because you are truly, undeniably, a fan of my channel, and that is something I never really thought I'd have. I learned a long time ago that seeking validation from strangers is pointless, and it's much more fun and, more importantly, healthy to seek validation from both your friends and from within. However, as I'm sure every smartass that came before me found out, there is something gratifying in finding out that yes, you do have the power to be entertaining, to be interesting, and to be watched, even if you've spent a long time wrapping your head around how terrible that really would be. I can't guarantee where or how far this channel will go, but I hope all of you join me to wherever that is. Oh crap, I have to make a TikTok account, don't I?
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave down low.
And of course, Sebastian Lang. Lang? Okay. Yeah, of course, Sebastian Lang. People messaging me while I'm recording. It's very rude. He's not afraid to speak his mind, to talk about his personal issues. This is embarrassing. Then there's Matt from Matophobia, an Irish video editor. Then there's Matt from Matophobia, an Irish video game video editor. All kinds of editors, video editors. Oh no. I can't really think of one tutorialist to recommend here, so do it yourself. So do it yourself, you lazy git. Okay, mic's on. I have water now. That's fun. Often with takes and perspectives that coughs can be very hard to find on YouTube. I just read coughs and I was like, oh, I need a cough.